For those of you who made it here normally, welcome to Suriano Field. For those of you who cannot make it because of the traffic, thank you for watching our live stream right here on the Deal Media page on the NFHS Network. And for those of you who would normally tune in, welcome back to the Orange Bowl. The 2021 Orange Bowl. I'm Ryan Lowy, joined with my color commentator Jacob Gordon. On camera today, Jordan Cooper. East Orange, the visitors, coming into this one from not too far away with a record of 3-0. The hosts, the West Orange Mountaineers, after a tough loss at the beginning of the season to St. Peter's Prep, are on a 2-game winning streak at 2-1. Jacob, give us a preview of how both teams got here to Suriano Field on the campus of West Orange High School in West Orange, New Jersey for an SFC matchup.
Well, let's start out with the visiting team, the East Orange Jaguars. They beat Montclair at home in their first game of the season. They're a fairly close game, 37-28. Then they pummeled over Bloomfield 34-0, and then they absolutely destroyed Columbia 52-0 on the road. Big win for them there to move them up to 3-0, but those are three teams, Montclair is good, but the other two teams, Bloomfield and Columbia, not exactly top teams in the state. West Orange, though, is. West Orange is a fantastic team. They're 2-1. They lost to St. Peter's Prep, who are another one of the best teams in the state, before absolutely destroying Newark East Side and Livingston 2 weeks ago and last week. This is going to be a real challenge, not just for East Orange, but for West Orange as well.
Well, Jacob, we are so excited to get going. Jordan, if you don't mind focusing us to the West Orange Mountaineers tent, which we will show you right now. That is how West Orange will come in here for their second home game of the season, right here on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. Coming up, the first and only 2021 Orange Bowl, live from Suriano Field on the campus of West Orange High School in West Orange, New Jersey. It's a NJ Super Football Conference matchup. Stay tuned.
All right, this is Adam, take two. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Recognize our PAL youth coaches and athletes as they are the next.
Welcome back to West Orange PAL Night and the 2021 Orange Bowl right here at Suriano Field in West Orange, New Jersey. Jacob, East Orange Campus High School are our guests here on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network this evening, as they are oftentimes. Tell us how they did last game and tell us the result before you continue.
Well, 52-0 should tell you the story basically to start things off. 31 points in the first quarter should tell you even more. Damon Phillips got the first touchdown of the game in a 6-yard run. And then Eddie Thomas with a 20-yard fumble return. Damon Phillips got his second touchdown of the game, 25-yard run. And then a 20-yard field goal from Geraldo Gibson. Damon Phillips, his third touchdown of the game, going to get 31-0 in the first quarter. And a 1-yard run on the goal line. That was just the first quarter for East Orange. You can tell they are easily one of the best teams in the state. Like I said before, they are going to have maybe their first real challenge of the year in West Orange.
Well, it's going to be a great game. West Orange haven't lost since St. Peter's 3 weeks ago for obvious reasons. Number 2 team in the state of New Jersey just took down Seton Hall Prep, in-town team that West Orange like to call their neighbors, who is at another level of football. St. Peter's Prep took them down, and they took down West Orange in a hefty way. West Orange don't really have a converted quarterback at the moment. They're still kind of having tryouts in preparation for the regular season, Jacob. Who's likely going to get the start for West Orange at quarterback is our prediction.
Well, we are going to see that,
assistant coaches Tom Brennan and Andrew Green.
Going to be starting for West Orange. It's been one of their top backs of the season thus far. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a great R2. He's just such a dominant player.
West Orange PAL are currently being congratulated on the field as East Orange now takes their side of the bench. There are no locker rooms this year due to COVID-19 for the visiting team. The home West Orange Mountaineers have quite the locker room, Jacob. To the left, out of your line of sight, which we cannot show you, is a beautiful indoor practice facility / locker room, top of the line. You don't really see that at the public school level, Jacob. It's just a beautiful facility. It really looks like a professional bubble, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. I mean, if you're looking for top locker rooms for a football field like this, a high school football field is really, really great.
It is such a beautiful night for football. Me and Jacob are going to step aside. You're going to enjoy the rest of West Orange Pal here on West Orange Pal and the first 2021 Orange Bowl as we honor West Orange Pal. And now the West Orange Mountaineers are set to come out of the tunnel, Jacob. And now we will honor our nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the field your 2021 West Orange Mountaineers.
Well, there's a whole tunnel set up, Jacob, for West Orange's entrance today. We see West Orange Pal members, the West Orange cheerleading squad, and now here come the West Orange Mountaineers. Fierce, mighty, and on a 2-game winning streak. They're ready to take on their second toughest competition of the year, the East Orange Campus Jaguars. And the blue smoke will give them some enticing excitement. Jacob, what are your keys to the game for West Orange on the spot?
Well, first I'm going to say is run the ball. Any successful team on offense, especially at the high school level, is going to have to run the ball. That's my word. Is going to have to run the ball, and it's going to be important for West Orange. Also, maybe figuring out their quarterback situation. They're hoping to see who will be their starting quarterback for the rest of the year.
So now, the national anthem here at Suriano Field in West Orange, New Jersey.
Cadet Captain Grace Altenberg, Cadet Captain Bob Richard, and Cadet Major Katie McCluskey. Would everyone please rise and remove your hats and stand at quiet attention for the playing of our national anthem. Now we have a special performance for tonight's Star Spangled Banner. Junior football player, number 72, James Felton.
Show Felton. Frankie, to your right. Zoom out. To your right. Get Felton. It's right there. 72. That's actually fine. Leave it like that.
Okay. Should I just leave it like that for you?
No, halfway through, let's get to the flag.
Okay.
Halfway through. Got me?
You're the director, I guess.
Someone's got him. I have the background noise up.
And your lights. Put his hat on a chair. Give it back to me after the
Yes, please. run this up.
Ooh, can see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight.
Watch it zoom in on 72. We saw the color guard already. Jordan, the guy singing the national anthem.
Bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so
You're right, don't A beautiful rendition of our nation's national anthem, Jacob, as we'd like to welcome you back here to Suriano Field. I'm Ryan Lambie, joined with Jacob Gorin, today's PA announcer. Mr. Blumkin, we'd like to thank Stephen Zakella, the interim head of athletics, Hayden Moore, the principal of West Orange High School, and the district intendant of West Orange Public Schools, Dr. J. Scott Casco. Jacob, it is a beautiful evening for football, as now the captains come on out. Jacob, who are our captains for the West Orange Mountaineers?
So, first captain is going to be number 5, Jaron Massey. Then number 3, Gavin Rembart. Number 7, Mackay Green. And number 58, Josh Philemon.
And one more, as it seems, number 33.
Matthew Bowe.
Bovey, as they pronounce it, interestingly. As I just learned, this past baseball season, Bovey, a two-sport athlete. It's a beautiful evening. Gorgeous. Jacob, tell me, a little chilly this evening, but not too much wind. Does that mean it's a kicking game? As we do know, both teams do have the kicking weapon, which is a rarity at the public school level.
Yeah, I mean, you might see them go for a goal or not be afraid to punt it as much as they would other nights. Wind is actually a big factor. That's something not a lot of people probably realize.
Well, captains are in the middle. We're waiting for a result of who wins the coin toss. Once again, Ryan Lowry, Jacob Gordon, Jordan Cooper here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. 4 12-minute quarters. We will have on the scoreboard for you the title, the two teams, their scores, and the quarter, and we will provide you with timing updates as well as the down and how much needed to reset downs or if they are in goal. We do have an honorary coin tosser and our officials out there. Jacob, a lot on D1 Media Pro tomorrow. High school soccer, the number 19 in the state of New Jersey, Livingston hosts number 18 Westfield. Me, you, Jordan Cooper will be there for that one. That's going to be an exciting one. So a lot to come here on D1 Media Pro. Full sports, only halfway there. A big state tournament coming up. Counties at the soccer level, just a week away. Going to be very exciting. Actually, Morris County is starting their tournament this weekend, so we're in the full swing of fall sports here on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. But we're focusing on Essex County. We're focusing on the Orange Bowl, the first and only of 2021 between East Orange Campus visiting the West Orange Mountaineers.
And this is going to be a great game. You're talking about rivalries in sports. You're thinking teams like...
So the coin toss results are up, Jacob. My apologies. Coin toss results are there. Let's see what it is. So West Orange will receive. East Orange won the kick and deferred. So West Orange will receive on the left side of your screen. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful evening for football. Kickoff is next, right here on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network at the 2021 first and only Orange Bowl. Stay tuned.
New Jersey, that was... I can't see it. Blacked out. It's blurred. Well, it's supposed to be blurry. Hear that?
When you think of great rivalries, you think of Washington, that Washington football team, and Dallas Cowboys. You think of teams like the New York Rangers, New Jersey Devils.
West Orange will be defending the
West Orange and East Orange might be on a similar level to that.
So ready to kick. Geraldo Gibson for East Orange Campus High School. It's a beautiful evening. 4 12-minute quarters of football right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. It's a beautiful night for football. Just phenomenal. As it looks like Gibson is ready. West Orange's dual returners are ready. Let's play football. As the ball is over the head of Rayo Hunter for a touchback. A strong kick from Gibson, Jacob. But West Orange are on offense to get this show on the road.
Yep. And of course, if the ball goes into the end zone on a punt kick, the receiving team will start on the 20-yard line.
This isn't pro football. You don't get the 25. You're only spared the 20, Jacob. But these are rare occasions. Once again, West Orange, it seems like they have a new quarterback every week. So Xander Lipsy's in to be the quarterback, Jacob. We continue to be surprised every week. Xander Lipsy, the quarterback. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff. Driving on through, getting big yardage and getting tripped up is number 34, Ja'Kai Williams, to get us started with a massive run.
Yeah, that was a nice fake play. Looking for Makai Green, right up the gut with Ja'Kai Williams. Solid gain of 9 right off the bat.
Second down and 1. Lipsy, hands off. They're going to give it right back to Williams, who powers his way on through and just gets the first down by a couple yards. And West Orange move the chains in 2 offensive plays.
Ja'Kai Williams is really the usual. Isn't usually the real, the usual body type for a running back. A little bigger, maybe more offensive, defensive lineman, but certainly works for West Orange. He's so big, he can just power through anybody.
Yeah, any defensive line, including St. Peter's Prep, struggled against him. It makes the passing game so much more relaxed, knowing that they have a running back that can pick up any yardage. And they're going to give it right back to him. He's taken all 3 plays, and this time he's swallowed up by the defensive line at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Cancel that one, Jacob. Just cross that down. It's second down.
Yep. I think East Orange is starting to read the play. Maybe Xander Lipsy is going to have to pass the ball eventually.
Well, it is second down and 10. Williams has not gained a yard yet, Jacob. This drive, last drive, he did it all for him.
maybe what do you do here? Play action. They're expecting the run again.
Well, two close, one to the far are lined up. Officials blow the whistle. We're going to wait to see what our head official has to say. Signals for a timeout. It doesn't look like anyone will actually be charged a timeout, as Lipsy will now receive an audible from Coach Grant. It's a beautiful evening for football, beautiful evening for the Orange Bowl. Couldn't ask for anything better except for the traffic.
Yep, a little tough getting here, but besides that.
So here's the snap. No surprise, it's a run. It's not Ja'Kai Williams. They're going to give it to number 9, Hunter, able to gain a couple. 9:45 left to go. West Orange on the ball. They've already gained first down.
I'm telling you here, I mean, they keep running the ball. East Orange is expecting another run. Go play action. Get a receiver downfield and maybe not as heavy of coverage as there normally would be. And get a quick pass off. You're 3rd down and 8 now.
Yeah, part of my mathematics, it's Friday night. It was my first full week of school, but I believe that was 5 running plays in a row, roughly. And actually, believe it or not, Hunter will be lined up again next to Lipsy. So they're going to give Williams a break after that tough first couple downs right there.
We'll see if they go play action.
So we have a couple tight ends lined up, 2 to the far, 1 to the close. And West Orange burns a timeout, and East Orange likes what they see. So we're not even done with the first drive here at the first and only Orange Bowl 2021. Stay tuned right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network.
So, Ryan, you know, the way this East Orange defense is getting lined up, or was lined up before at least, this is prime play action. You know, fake the handoff, get an easy 8-yard gain, unless they're West Orange maybe not confident in Xander Lipsy's throwing ability. That would be the only reason I think they wouldn't go for play action here.
Lipsy lined up with Hunter, who rolls on out. He will throw right to him. Hunter maneuvers around a defender, and 2 will swat him down for a gain of just a few. Under 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter. It's 3rd down. My apologies, 4th down, and West Orange will have to punt it away.
Well, they passed the ball.
4th down for West Orange.
So he saw a little something different this time. Jared Massey comes in to kick it. He's played a little bit of quarterback this year. West Orange having quarterback tryouts at the moment. They're really prepping for that state tournament.
Back deep to receive
We'll
for
see
East Orange.
how good his kicking abilities are right here.
East Orange look to run a dual return setup system. They have 2 back there to receive. Kick from Massey. Snap is good. The punt not even contested. It's a solid punt. It will take a neutral bounce to roughly the 40, where it is picked up by West Orange. So now we see the East Orange defense march on to the field, Jacob.
East Orange is going to have decent field position here at the 35-yard line. They're going to place it, I believe. Yes, that's where they're going to place it, 35-yard line. So let's see what
they decide to do here. Remember, East Orange has not lost a game yet this season. They're taking on a tough West Orange defensive squad.
1st and 10 East Orange on their own 35-yard line.
Doing the quarterbacking. And here's the snap. It's a handoff. Here's a big run coming. Picking up over half the job right there is Damon Phillips.
I believe it's Rodine Oliver.
Taken down by number 4 miles.
It's going to be Rodine Oliver at quarterback.
Pick up about 8 yards on the play.
Nice little pickup on the run there. We'll see what Rodine Oliver and this East Orange offense can do here. Obviously, they showed how deadly they were last week against Columbia.
52-0. Against a team West Orange sees next week, am I right?
Yeah, that is correct. We should be there to cover for you.
So the 6'1", 175 quarterback fakes the handoff. rolls on out where he's swarmed by Mountaineers. He will take it himself and pick up all the job and more into attacking territory on the Mountaineers 42. It's a first down.
Beautiful read there by quarterback Radim Oliver. He didn't see anyone open, decided, hey, what the heck, just go for the run. And he easily was the right choice, got all the way to the offensive 42-yard line.
Well, was that play by design is the question. We don't know. The lining up running back Damon Phillips was able to pick up 8, make it a little easier. Oliver did it anyway.
And after that run by East Orange, the West Orange Marching Band played the Star Wars Imperial March theme, so...
Intimidating.
Very intimidating.
Looks like West Orange show blitz. Ball will be handed off. Running once again and picking up plenty of yardage as Phillips. He's got the first down where he has met just past the line to gain. And it's first down once again. East Orange moving the chains.
That was a good little handoff to the right side for Damon Phillips. It's the first down, and now East Orange really moving the ball well, especially on their legs. They're at the 31-yard line.
Well, Phillips, the senior, standing at 5'6", 165, can move. Oliver now from the shotgun. He's got to no surprise. Phillips to his left, your close side of the camera. Once again fakes the handoff. He's going to be blitzed as he rolls and gets swarmed down behind the line. The sack there by number 25, Sean Tandy.
Great read there by that defensive line for the Mountaineers. Tandy saw an opening, got to Oliver, and sacked him for a loss of, looks like 8. Second down and 18.
Long yard to gain. Well out of field goal range, especially at the public high school level. Here at the first and only Orange Bowl of 2021. Beautiful weather.
Still a couple downs left. If they can get that yardage back, I think they're in field goal territory.
And the slant is complete and caught by Joshua Richards. That'll give a lot back. We're going to wait to see what they score that one officially, but a beautiful slant route from the far side right there by Richards.
It's going to be third down and 5, I believe.
Yeah. Looks like it's still being debated. Yep, they're going to give it 5, so third down and 5.
26-yard line at this point. Maybe they want to get a little closer, but they could be in field goal range.
6 yards away from the red zone. I'd like to thank you for joining us here at the first and only Orange Bowl 2021 right here on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. Oliver takes the snap. He will hand it off, rolling on through, very close to the line to gain, but I think will be short by just a couple yards as Damon Phillips.
Yeah, it looked like he got down there. Yard maybe 2 short. See, they're going to give him 4th down and 1.
So it's decision time, 4th down and 1. I don't know why you take the offense off. I mean, just give the ball to Phillips. He'll gain you 7, even when he's sworn. So you might want to think about handing it off, letting Phillips do the job for you. From the 23-ish. Here's the snap and the handoff, and that's exactly what they'll do. They'll give it to Phillips, who gains plenty of yardage for the first down. But he gets tripped up. Ball is fumbled, but quickly picked up by Richards.
Yeah, that was a great run there by Damon Phillips. Tried to get that few extra yards before it was knocked out of his hands. I believe Richards did dive on that immediately. Recovered it for East Orange. So a little bit of luck there, a little bit of skill. No matter what, they get the first down there inside the red zone at the 14-yard line.
Protect the football. Just protect the football.
At this point, even though this is high school level, at this point I would say they are in field goal range.
So here's the snap. It's once again a handoff to Phillips. Phillips rolls on out, tries to cut back in where he's met by the defensive line of the Mountaineers. They all swarm him. Little gain, if any.
Good read by the Mountaineers defense. Saw that run all the way and swarmed Phillips. And at this point, getting that, good run in, it's going to be a lot harder. It is always harder to get a good run in the closer you get to the end zone.
On second down in the red zone are the visiting campus Jaguars of East Orange. Looks Looks like they will roll with a fullback and a halfback next to the quarterback of Oliver. Oliver takes the snap, fakes, and the pass is caught for a touchdown to Richards.
Touchdown, East Orange. Joshua Richards.
Beautiful play action there by Radine Oliver. Richards goes right up the gut, takes a great pass, eludes the free safety, and waltzes right into the end zone. 6-0 East Orange.
Geraldo Gibson, the wide receiver and kicker, standing at 5'11", the senior 175 to take the extra point at 6-0 Campus, as the extra point is high and beautiful as ever. So we're going to go to break. East Orange strike on their first offensive drive. They give it back to West Orange. Stay tuned. 3:05 left to go here at the first and only Orange Bowl of 2021 on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network.
It's hard to get to everything we have going on here. I mean, this high school has so much, and now you're offering the ability to watch those events without having to travel there.
My dad travels a lot, so he likes to watch the events. Like if I'm playing a volleyball game and he can't make it, he'll watch it and he loves it.
I think it was homecoming. It was Friday night, and it was a punt return, and I returned it all the way back for a touchdown. And then, of course, I showed all my family members, and they really liked it.
East Orange, after forcing a West Orange turnover on around 5 or 6 plays, get the ball, drive down into the red zone, recover on a fumble, and then put a touchdown in on the slant route. East Orange are up 7-0, including the extra point completed by Geraldo Gibson, who will now kick it off.
Yeah, we really saw, I mean, obviously when a team like East Orange is beating down on a team like Columbia 52-0, you look at it and say, all right, well, that's a really good team facing a really bad team. But especially you're playing a really good team in West Orange here. They call that a touchback, but we're really seeing how good East Orange there. They easily stop West Orange and then moved quickly and swiftly up the field, scoring what looked like an easy touchdown there for Joshua Richards.
So West Orange on offense for the second time. They were able to gain first down on the line to gain the first run. Second time, after they reset downs, they had to punt it away. And that was the beginning of East Orange's dominant first drive, as they were able to gain solid field position of roughly the 35. So West Orange now back on offense. Lutzi back out there to do the quarterbacking as we see dirty laundry for the first time this evening. And the head official says it is a false start on the Mountaineers. Push them back 5 yards.
You gotta be real careful when you're in, especially when you're an offensive lineman. Defensive lineman, you can maybe step back a little bit. Offensive lineman, you really have to be right on the yard of the line of scrimmage. You have to be really careful, not be offside.
3:05, so no surprise, it's a handoff. Williams, up the gut, gains most of what the penalty took away. And now West Orange seems to move pretty quickly. They need a little more than 12. Well, East Orange brought their fans with them. West Orange is always good support for their football program. They love their fall sports here at West Orange because they're very good at it. Both soccer teams phenomenal. Football, after that tough loss to St. Peter's, really botching it at their opponents and see if they can take down East Orange. So down by 7, 2.5 left to go in the first quarter of the first and only Orange Bowl of 2021. Lipsy with Williams, who now switches sides to the far side. Whistles come from the backfield.
Timeout.
And it is a defensive timeout by East Orange Campus. East Orange up 7-0. West Orange with the ball. Stay tuned to the Orange Bowl right here on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Welcome back to the first and only Orange Bowl of the 2021 high school season. East Orange up 7-0 with a 3-0 record. West Orange 2-1 record on a 2-game winning streak. Both teams have winning streaks on the line this evening that they'd like to continue. One team will put another loss in their column, which is key because these are two conference contenders.
Yeah.
Lipsy from the shotgun. He will throw the ball down the field where it is caught. Far side for a first down. West Orange move the chains. Jared Massey picks up the first down for the Mountaineers.
Jared Massey took it, and Xander Lipsy took advantage of a weakened backfield, not quite ready backfield there on that play by East Orange. Connected for a solid gain. Push forward for a first yard as well.
Trips close side will have one far side. Williams lined up with Lipsy. East Orange band, not big, but very loud. We're at the Orange Bowl. I'd like to thank you for joining us. Lipsy from the gun. Trips close side, nobody far side. No surprise, it's a handoff. Williams rolls on through, picks up a lot of yardage as he's swarmed by the defensive line to do half the job. It's second down with 2 minutes left to go in the opening quarter of today's ball game.
Yep, solid little gain of 5 there for Strikai. Williams powered his way up to the middle and used his big power, strong body to get a gain of 5 when maybe there shouldn't have been.
So Williams is punching through, gains West Orange some yards. They will now throw the ball. It's a wide receiver screen. Rolling on up is Green. Green picks up massive yardage. He'll have to hold on to the football as it tries to get stripped from him, and he might actually lose the first down. No, they'll give it to him. They'll say wherever he was furthest is where he was. I thought he might have intentionally went backwards on his own honor and lost that yardage, but no, he didn't. He gained the Mountaineers the first down.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought he got the first down and then went backwards to try to get 4 yards. It's not what the officials are going to say though, and they will get the first down. Good drive so far by the Mountaineers.
Trips far side, nobody close. From the shotgun, it's to no surprise a handoff to Williams, who powers on through to roughly first down territory. Will they give it to him? They do wave the chains up. Oh, no, they don't. Official originally signaled it, but I think he just pulled it back.
It's going to be second down and 1.
Inches, as a matter of fact.
I thought he got that there. Officials.
Hand off to Williams.
That'll go.
Easy first down. Picks up plenty. Job done well. 39 seconds left to go. This first quarter is winding down. Quick moving, exciting, energized first quarter here in the first and only Orange Bowl of 2021. Both bands in action.
Lipsy from the gun on first and 10.
Lipsy from the gun. Williams rolls on out. It's a trick play. We'll throw it right back to where it came from. It's a risky play. Hard hit there from B.J. Covington to ruin the Jared Massey play with Lipsy. It's an incomplete pass. Clock stops with 15 seconds.
Yep. I think East Orange for a second thought that was a fumble, but that was not a lateral pass. It was forward movement. So it will be an incompletion. Second down and 10.
And this isn't the XFL, so if you're behind the line of scrimmage, if you're still throwing it forwards, it's an incomplete pass if it's not caught. In the XFL, if you're in front of the line of scrimmage and you throw the ball and it doesn't pass the line of scrimmage, anything is a fumble that's dropped, interestingly. Vince McMahon trying to push excitement, more excitement into football at the pro level. Here's the snap, but it's blown dead by flags. There was a hit that came in. Could they add that to it? As there is a flag.
You say offsides on East Orange. Replay second down and 5 now.
Second and 5 from about the East Orange 34-yard line.
Second and 5 from the East Orange 34 as confirmed by Mr. Blumkin, who is today's PA announcer here at Suriano Field. Also the baseball JV coach. Lipsy. Oh, he gets a jumper. We have traffic a little early.
Another offside there.
Looks like that was Noah Dorson who jumped off.
5-yard penalty resulting play. It's a Mountaineer first down.
So move the chains with 14 seconds. West Orange pushing it up without actually making a legal play.
First and 10 from the East Orange 29-yard line.
West Orange, a strong drive, aided a little bit by penalties, but a strong drive following a bad
Lipsy with the snap, he hands it off to Hunter. Hunter picks up decent yardage to end the first quarter as the clock ticks down to now under 5 seconds, in which it's impossible to run off another play. So we'll be back for the second quarter right here on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. And thank you for tuning in to the 2021's first and only Orange Bowl. Stay tuned. Second quarter next.
Hands up, Jack. Understand. Took him and decreasing. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Go into the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Welcome back to the second quarter here at the first and only Orange Bowl of 2021 for the regular season at least. Now, Jacob, that was the most normal first quarter we have seen here at Suriano Field this year. I remember what happened versus East Side, that immaculate drive. Got to come up with a name for that one. That was crazy. West Orange in attacking territory.
You want to watch that game? It is on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network and the on-demand function.
Ball is handed off. Powering on through is Williams. And he's awfully close to that first down line as we get the clock rolling for the second quarter. Jacob, that immaculate drive versus East Side.
Yeah, I mean, there was the double fumble play, of course, but the first drive here was relatively normal. The first quarter here was a relatively normal first quarter for two really great teams. Not the best first drive for West Orange. Really great first drive for East Orange. West Orange in the midst of their second drive of the game, moving the ball rather well.
Ball is handed off. Williams once again. I think he got the first down. We're going to wait for the confirmation, but it looks awfully sure. And yes, he did. Move the chains.
We're going to give it to him.
Round 9.
First down now at the 19-yard line.
So the fans get happy as Blumpkin says it's a Mountaineer first down and confirms it for the fans. Lipsy communicates with head coach Grant. As we're a minute into this second quarter, West Orange trying to tie this ball game. They need the touchdown and the extra point. Whistle blows this one dead. Let's see what it's for. The head official will now signal. He says, let's play football. Little confusion there. Lipsy from the shotgun. He's got Williams close side. Two to the left, two to the right. Dual formation on both sides of the line where the ball is snapped right now. Lipsy fakes, rolls on out, where he will take it himself, spin move, and gain some heavy yardage.
That's not going to be a first down, but it was a pretty run by Xander Lipsy. The little spin move at the 15-yard line got him a few extra yards. It's going to be second down.
From the gun is Lipsy. We see the same lineup as the last play. Lipsy looks to Grant. We've seen the ball run a lot more than passed, as expected at this level of football, as Williams switches sides of Lipsy. Lipsy takes a snap. It's a handoff. Williams powers on through. He's got a whole lot of yardage, and he is just short of the end zone. Inside the one.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as he went down, the fans were cheering. They thought there was a touchdown. I knew there wasn't. He was down at the one. Still a good run by Ja'Kai Williams, really using his big power tonight to get a good chunk of yardage on almost every run he gets.
Well, let's groove, says Ja'Kai Williams, standing at 5'9", 155. Man can move.
Yes, he can.
Man can move. He might not be tall, he might not be particularly big, but he's powerful with the football in his armpit. First and goal for West Orange from exactly the 1. They put it dead on the 1. Lipsy shotgun snap, they'll hand it off to Williams. Williams will, hold on here. Mountaineers think it's a touchdown. Williams will, ... It's short. Short, it's second down.
Second down in inches. Oh, that was so close. Honestly, the way East Orange reacted there, maybe you do a fake handoff and run it with Lipsy.
Hey, Lipsy can also throw, too. This is a very capable wide receiver group. Second down from the 1. Lipsy takes the snap. It's a handoff, and this time Williams is shut down at the 5. A tough break.
Big play there by this East Orange defensive line. Broke through immediately. And it looks like that fourth down and...
So the Mountaineers take a timeout on 4th down and goal from the 5. They'll most likely have to kick this one, but it's decision time for the Mountaineers. We'll see what the decision they make. Stay tuned right here on the Deal Media page on the NFHS Network.
Do you want your school to be covered by the #1 live stream service in the state of New Jersey so the entire country can see moments like this?
We play once again. Free kick coming for the Mountaineers. Short shot on goal. On post. And West Orange gets the goal. And they win. They take down the #2 ranked Seton Hall Pirates. Bullock takes the snap. He's going to take it himself. Barreling towards the goal line, and he's in. Charles Bullock from 3 yards out.
4th down, decision time for the Mountaineers. Looks like Lipsy and Williams are out there.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. Also in the backfield is Makai Green.
Yeah, Green going to act as the quarterback in this situation, line up from the gun. This is suspicious. Whoa! Whoa! A lot happened there. A lot happened there. Number 77, Elijah McLean, doing the trucking.
Yep, there is a flag. Officials are discussing it.
Well, whatever happened there, it was quite illegal. Oh, and West Orange is held liable for the illegalities at the line of scrimmage, Jacob. An illegal lineup at the line of scrimmage. On the flag.
It's not good. They move now to 4th down and 10.
But that
4th down goal at the 10.
That hit right there, though. Crazy. So they're going to keep Green out there. The 5'9" quarterback. West Orange will continue to be tricky. Does the flag come out again? No, a whistle blows. And East Orange will try and burn some gas on this one. It's a timeout.
Timeout, East Orange.
So now East Orange does not like West Orange's tricky decision. What do you say they do? Do they bring out the kicking team?
At this point, 4th down and 10. So you're not down by multiple scores. You're only down by 7, but the way the defense played in the last drive, I don't know. It's really tough.
A QB sneak from the 1 would have been a legible decision.
Yeah, no, that would have probably worked. Probably would have been able to sneak through.
But we don't argue. We just narrate and react.
Yes, we do.
We could also say it's just a beautiful evening for the Orange Bowl, the first and only regular season Orange Bowl matchup you will see, and it's provided for you live and on demand on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. Make sure your subscriptions are there because it's a loaded fall and a humongous winter. Coming up, we'll have all West Orange winter athletics for you on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. Same thing as St. Peter's Prep, Seton Hall Prep. We got it all. So make sure your subscription on the NFHS Network is there, and you have a shortcut to the D1 Media Pro page because you don't want to miss a second of action this year, or any year, as a matter of fact. Green takes the snap. He lines up with Williams. He'll do it himself. He'll roll out wide. He's got a lot of space, but he enters the end zone. Mountaineers touchdown.
That was a beautiful, beautiful play by Mackay Green. Takes the handoff. Big touch pass. Fake to the left. And then finally ran to the right. Uses fantastic speed. Remember, he has played both running back and wide receiver as well as quarterback this season. To run right into the end zone for the touchdown. Great blocking by his offensive line as well.
Well, Jacob, for the first time since last year for West Orange, we're in a football game in the second quarter. They've either been blown out or have been doing the blowing out. They're not doing that right now. They're about to tie it up if this extra point is good. It's a poor snap. The kick comes late, but I think it won't matter as it just squeezes through. So we got a tie ball game. Break down what we just saw, Jacob.
Well, a very, very long but successful drive for West Orange. They went for a 4th down and 10, which was a little bold, but again, it makes sense. I said before, their defense did not play great against the East Orange offense. You want to get as many as you can. They went for it, put Mackay Green in at quarterback for a play, and ran it for a beautiful touchdown to tie this game up at 7 with 8 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the first half.
So Hunter can do it all. He can relieve Williams at the running position, and he can also kick it off after a touchdown. Tie ball game here at Suriano Field in West Orange. It's a New Jersey Super Football Conference matchup. But it's not, however, the D1 Media Pro Game of the Week, Jacob, because St. Peter's Prep is busy in action this week. That's going on right now on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS. Kevin Connolly is there. They're hosting DePaul Catholic High School. It's the NFHS National Game of the Week. So if you want to check out that one, but I don't really think you should because this is quite the ball game. It's a tie game between two neighboring towns in the Orange Bowl. Here's the kickoff. It's a line drive that rolls out of bounds. Free kick out of bounds. Put the ball in the 35. Jacob, East Orange, now on offense.
Yep, they dominated on a fantastic first drive that ended in a Joshua Richards touchdown. Let's see what they can do here as they're starting at the 35-yard line.
Well, no turnovers except for a Mountaineers punt. Otherwise, the offense receives a thumbs up. Each drive, we've seen a first down game. We've seen the running game dominate. We've seen the defense come up big. It's been an everything type of ball game. We've seen punts, we've seen extra points, we've seen almost everything that we have not seen this season because of the tough competition, a little too high up or a little too low for West Orange. It's a pretty evenly exciting matchup right here. As we said, this is the best competition that East Orange has faced so far this season, and they're really getting a run for their money. It's a tie ball game, Jacob. As the ball be handed off on the first snap of this drive, gain a very, very minimal. West Orange defense comes up big as we see a dog pile a couple yards after the line of scrimmage.
Short gain, nice play by the West Orange offensive line, anticipating a run there.
Number 6, Jameer Brutus on the tackle for West Orange.
So that was Jameer Brutus, the 6'4", 210 wide receiver and defensive back, stopping too big of a run. 2nd and 8 for Campus High. The Jaguars to the right, to the left. Big handoff. Oliver rolls on out as he swerves out here, so take it himself and stretch for roughly 6. It should be 3rd and short.
Yeah, they're going to have to give it 3rd down and 1. Nice little run there by Oliver. Escaped the pocket as it was collapsing. We did the sack, and that was a huge play by him. He gets sacked there. Oliver doesn't quite, I mean, he has a good arm, but he cannot stop tier 1. Maybe not good enough to get 12 yards or so.
Oliver lines up with a fullback and a halfback. He'll give it to the halfback, but shut on down by the Mountaineers defense is Phillips. And it's 4th down.
He's going to lose a yard there, I believe. Maybe 2. They're going to say 2nd down and 2. 4th down and 2.
Brutus coming up key again with a solid tackle for West Orange, forcing a punt. As looks like doing the punting, Geraldo Gibson.
High Green in the backfield for West Orange.
Green back there to receive, as you said, Jacob. Anticipate a fake. Not too much yardage needed. But I don't think we're going to see that. Doesn't look like they're lined up in that situation, but you never know. So don't take my word on that sentence. Once again, we do know Green's got wheels, standing at 5'9". He can run. As the ball will be kicked to him on a line drive, he'll let it take a couple bounces. He'll pick it up on a beautiful bounce, and he'll move into attacking territory, and he will get taken down at roughly the 45. We do have a flag out, maybe a holding, maybe a legal block in the back, but nonetheless, a beautiful play and something to be proud of.
I saw a push there late. Might be a personal foul. Anyway, probably a flag on West Orange.
Well, here's the official's call. And it's a face mask on the campus Jaguars.
All right.
Give him more.
So, West Orange, fantastic field position. After a great run by Green, they're now starting. They're starting at the offensive 25-yard line.
Well, at every high level of football, there is such thing as a 15-yard penalty for face mask, which we just saw, a personal foul.
This is some of the best field position you can ask for off of a punt. Green just uses blitz during speed, up the sideline. Face mask also helps.
Yeah, we'll just push them into more attacking territory. They're 5 yards away from the red zone in a tie ball game in the second half. First half, my apologies. The snap, Lipsy throws it on down the field, and it is caught! And a huge gain of yardage. Jones on the reception in the red zone.
Jarvis Jones had a couple of touchdowns last week against Livingston, and he makes a big pass to move West Orange up to the 5-yard line. That's a big play as West Orange moves into the red zone.
5:45 left to go. It's a handoff to Williams. And Williams just can't find his way into the end zone today, folks. You can get him as close as you want him to. He just can't fit, though, in between those pylons.
Yep. He's stuffed out. I believe he will...
No, it's the first to him for East Orange.
Stuffed out at the line of scrimmage, so no loss.
Second down and goal for West Orange.
Second down and goal.
5 yards needed. West Orange would come up with their first lead of the night here a little over halfway through the second quarter as we see the band on the right out of your screen on the track warm-up area getting ready for halftime festivities. Makai Green takes the snap. He rolls on out. He'll run with it. He runs in between a West Orange defense that takes him down. Give credit right there to Keontae Scott for shutting him down for a loss of 1.
Yes.
Check that, no gain on the play.
Check that, no gain. My apologies.
Yeah.
From West Orange.
Third down and 5. Really can't have him move the ball here in the red zone. Anyway, though, they're definitely in field goal range. They wanted to just kick an easy one for the lead.
Lipsy checks back in quarterback there.
So Lipsy's back, which means the throw is an option.
Watch Makai Green. He's in single coverage.
So Green one-on-one, but Williams will take the ball where he is met down again by Sharif Bryant. Sharif, the 5'7" senior, says, no, no, no.
They're sending out the kicking unit. Or no timeout.
So the Mountaineers burn another timeout. Both teams have one timeout left here in the 2021 Orange Bowl's first half. Stay tuned on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. We'll be back in roughly 30 seconds.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Right.
What? I caught the first.
Welcome back, West Orange, trying to propel themselves above East Orange for the first time this evening. Lipsy walks on to the field. They're going to go for it.
They're going for it. 4th down and goal at the 5. They miss it here. You know, still a tie game, but maybe stay tied. Go for the field goal.
Not trying to argue here, but I thought the field goal might have been logical. Here's the snap. Jet sweep. Green. Oh, ball comes out. And they'll put him at the 1. It's a turnover on downs.
Yes, turnover on Towns. He lost the ball there. That would have been a touchdown as he was diving for the pylon. But High Green looking for a second touchdown of the game. If he holds on to the ball there, I think he gets it.
That was crazy.
Still, very bad field positioning here for the Jaguars as Oliver is going to take the snap in his own end zone.
The ball was popped out right there and fumbled like Gaelic football. That was a unique fumble. Ball at the 1, though. West Orange do take something good from this. East Orange couldn't be in any worse right now offensively.
They're taking their final timeout here.
Logical decision. Stay tuned. We'll be back. East Orange on the football with 3:56 left to go. So we'd like to welcome you back to the Orange Bowl. And just like that, we got jumpers. And East Orange might just move out of trouble without any problems. Jacob, what do we see there?
We saw a unfortunate jump by West Orange. That will move East Orange, well, I mean, not to the 60-yard line, out of their own end zone. Still not very good field position.
Somewhat comfort.
Yeah, I mean, you're at least probably not risking a safety.
So here's the snap. It's a handoff. Oliver will give it away. Running on through and getting taken down. 4 looks like the first down. Yes, they'll signal the chains movement here is Damon Phillips.
Nice little
run there by Phillips. Gets the first down. Moves the chains. 3:33 and counting in this first half. It's been a good one so far, Ryan.
Oh, it's been just absolutely excellent on our end and on the field. First down, line to gain, 23-yard line. East Orange trying to move themselves out of the worst field position they've started with this season. They're 3-0. West Orange trying to hand them their first loss here in the 7-7 tie ball game. Oliver will roll on out and throw the ball to Phillips. Phillips has the first down where he's taken down by 2 Mountaineers. Move the chains.
Something to note, this has been a very shifty offense for East Orange here in the first
Taken down by number 5, Jared Mercy on the play.
They can really move them well with their legs.
Under 3 minutes left to go. Surprisingly quiet on the Mountaineers side. Matthew Bovey.
It's going to get a little quieter when you miss on 4th and goal. And then you have East Orange backed up in their own end zone. But now very, very quickly they've moved all the way to the 27-yard line.
From the 27, Oliver from the shotgun. He's got Phillips to his right. Takes the handoff. He'll elect to throw the ball, and he throws it right in time, where it is caught for a first down and more. B.J. Covington to the defensive 49.
There was an offensive lineman there for West Orange who could have gotten the sack. He was right there, but Oliver eludes him. Nice play there. And all of a sudden, East Orange is at the 49-yard line, their own 49-yard line, but still, they've really moved the ball well. Just moments ago, they were at their own 1.
Just a yard away from the midfield.
Phillips to his left.
Phillips and Oliver line up once again. Oliver decides to warm up for a throw, but he's sacked first. Ball comes out. Mountaineers have it. And give it to him.
That's huge.
On the recovery, my apologies, Gavin Renberg.
After a few bad plays, the offensive line comes through, gets the sack, and forces a fumble. Mountaineers, first down, offensive 46-yard line.
Great yardage. Kind of hard to complain with it. So they send Lipsy out. They put Williams far side from your screen. Dual option on both sides. Close side you see 2. Far side you see 2 as a receiver lineup. Switching sides is Green. They'll hand it off to Williams, faking the jet sweep. Who powers on through past the attacking 30 for a first down. They'll actually place him right on the 30.
Well, that was a very Shakai Williams run.
Very Shakai Williams-like run there. It's your unofficial 2-minute warning, folks. And West Orange and East Orange Campus are tied with a touchdown apiece.
I like that little play, though, there by the Mountaineers. Nice play calling. Fake the jet sweep from Green. Similar thing.
Green, poor snap. Lipsy taken down and sacked. An unfortunate turn of events after a big play. Amos on the sack. And West Orange will get pushed back a couple on second down at 13.
They're going to lose 3 there, but that's actually pretty fortunate, I think. That was a terrible snap. Lipsy recovered, took the sack. That could have been a lot worse. Could have been a fumble.
80 seconds left to go in the half. Tie ball game here at the first and only Orange Bowl of 2021. Hashtag Battle of the Oranges. Once again, Green rolls on out in motion. They'll throw it close to Massey, who'll get swarmed on down and shut down by Covington. Under a minute left to go. In no man's land are the Mountaineers' offense on third down.
Third and long now. So they're going to be third down and
Third down, West Orange. 19 yards to go for the first down.
It's going to have to be a pass here, most likely. From what I've seen from Williams so far, he's a powerful runner. I don't think he can get 19. We'll see, though.
20 seconds left on the clock. 2 plays, roughly. The ball is gunned down the field. The intended receiver is Green. It's in and out of the hands of the defensive stop right there. Green shut down by Kyle Lewis. Clock stops at 13 seconds for fourth down. Do we punt the football if we're West Orange?
No, you know what? If I'm them, go for it. Why not?
13 seconds. You got to trust your defense on East Orange's possible attempt, if the ball is turned over here, of a Hail Mary.
Fourth down, yeah, and they're going to go for it. Makes sense.
They weighed the logistics and they decided it's a good idea. I don't disagree. We do know Grant's offense is very strong.
We'll see.
They hand it off. Interesting decision.
What we've seen from Oliver so far, I'm not quite sure he can get the ball. He can get the ball upfield.
That's a turnover on downs.
So turnover on downs. They hand it to Williams. Williams tries to go up the gut, gets nothing. Shut down on the spot.
Not sure Oliver can get the ball upfield in 11 seconds, but we'll see. I mean, if they get a big play here, run, snap, or spike the ball real quick, maybe you're in field goal range.
11 seconds is a tough patch of time to work with.
First and 10, East Orange, taking over at their own.
Jacob, is it Hail Mary time? Is it short gain time? Near the line to gain, out of bounds? I think they do that. I think they try and work the ball out of bounds on a 15-yard, maybe 20-yard throw. You got to fit in a second play here if you want to take advantage of this short time drive to end the half. East Orange with the ball. Oh, the clock's going to start running. And East Orange Campus is in victory formation. They want to call the half here. Clock stops now with 9 seconds. And so they need the ball. So that will do the half. Both teams able to put the extra point in after 2 touchdowns. For the first time here at Suriano Field, we have a football game at the end of the first half. Here at the first and only Orange Bowl of 2021. I'm Ryan Lowry, with Jacob Gordon, Jordan Cooper on camera. Stay tuned for the second half right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. A lot more football left to be played.
It's hard to get to everything we have going on here. I mean, this high school has so much. And now you're offering the ability to watch those events without having to travel there.
My dad travels a lot, so he likes to watch the events. Like if I'm playing a volleyball game and he can't make it, he'll watch it and he loves it.
I think it was homecoming. It was Friday night, and it was a punt return. And I returned it all the way back for a touchdown. And then, of course, I showed all my family members, and they really liked it. They liked to see what their family members can do.
Golden Lions.
I think this broadcast is essential because our team is global, and we got people all over the world going to watch the game. So without this, there's no way they can do that.
These kids and these players feel loved. They feel important. And by broadcasting it, you have a bigger group that you're reaching that allows them to know those kids.
Are you interested in pursuing a career in sports marketing or creating impactful sports content? You can get experience in high school by being a part of the RISE program powered by Ortho Carolina. It will give you a head start on an exciting career. The RISE program exposes students to industry professionals and gives them real-world experience by creating content and marketing the teams at their own high school. To find out how you can be a part of RISE, email us at contact@readinessandsportseducation.org.
New Jersey, that was... I can't see it. Blacked out. It's blurred. Well, it's supposed to be blurry.
This one's obvious.
Blackhawks or Ducks?
So obvious. Oh no! 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 Blackhawks! Blackhawks!
What did you say the first time? I didn't even
I said Rangers, it's Blackhawks.
Yeah, it's Blackhawks.
I'm in Chicago as the home team twice, so, you know, this is not a gimme series for Edmonton. But I still make the Otis a single.
Your music's on, girls.
with the 2021 West Orange High School Marching Mountaineers. The West Orange High School Marching Band presents their 2021 program, Super, featuring the music of the DC and Marvel superheroes. Musical selections include the music of Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, Black Panther, and Spider-Man, as well as Superman, It's Not Easy by Five for Fighting. The director is Lewis Kelly, the associate director is Aaron Legatic, and the assistant directors are Michael Denberg and Andrea Romano. Percussion instruction is by Nazir Foster and Caitlin Morrell. Color guard instruction is by Christina McDoherty, Kevin Schlier, and Brianna Topman. Marching and music instruction is by Chris Kubius, Allison Gibbons, Brad Hellius, Ryan Kruer, Mark Legatic, and Katie Westerling. Show design is by Matthew Hahn, Lewis Hellinger, Travis Peterman, Jeff Sechtig, and Matthew Wyckoff. Our audio engineer is Connell Donaher. The Marching Mountaineers are led onto the field by drum majors Ayush Narain and Shane Dyer. The percussion captains are Maya Anand and Yashli Larame. The color guard captains are Yasmin Abulinaha and Magale Cordero. Wind section leaders and captains include Talia Anderson, Ashlyn Anand, Taylor Brown, Alexander Esther Gratia, Gabrielle Payne, Maya Robinson, and Carter Sampson. For information about the band, please visit the Music Booster website at www.wohsmusic.org. Follow the band program on Twitter and Instagram using the handle @WOHSBands. Now enjoy pride, dedication, and excellence. Your 2021 West Orange High School Marching Mountaineers.
Faster than a speeding bullet. Louder than a locomotive. Able to thrill audiences with a wall of sound. It's the West Orange High School Marching Band.
I'm not that naive. I'm just trying to find the better part of me. I'm more than a bird, I'm more than a plane, I'm more than some pretty face beside a train, and it's not easy to be me. I'm up and away from me. Well, it's alright.
Let's hear it one more time for the West Orange High School Marching Mountaineers.
New Jersey, that was... I can't see it. Blacked out. It's blurred. It's supposed to be blurry.
This one's obvious.
Blackhawks or Ducks?
So obvious. Oh no! 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 Blackhawks! Blackhawks!
What did you say the first time? I didn't even hear.
I said Rangers. It's Blackhawks.
Yeah, it's Blackhawks.
I'm in Chicago as the home team twice, so this is not a gimme series for Edmonton. But I still make the other succinct.
Welcome back to Suriano Field here at West Orange High School in West Orange, New Jersey. That was smooth. I'm Ryan Lowy, joined with Jacob Gordon for your on-camera look halftime report. That was the band and the cheerleading squad of both West Orange and East Orange Campus. Warming up is East Orange. West Orange should be back from their little hut right behind us. If you want to show Jacob their little practice hut right behind us real soon. Jacob, what do you make of the first half of play?
Well, it was a very, very exciting and very, very intense one, Ryan. Both teams showing off their offense, playing well on defense as well. East Orange had a great first drive. Their other drives haven't quite been as good. They only had 2 other ones. They're going to look to really bounce back and try to come into this first half storming with a lot of power and a good presence. They do start with the ball.
Second half, Jacob, coming up real soon. We do know West Orange likes to run the ball a lot. What do you think that big man on my paper right here, Ja'Kai Williams, is looking at this second half? Is he going to power through that East Orange defense, or do you think East Orange is going to come out ready for him?
Well, East Orange, you're never ready for Ja'Kai Williams.
That's so true.
Like, as much as you want to stop him.
Beast mode, Richard Sherman-like type of player?
Yeah, he's so big, he's so powerful, he'll power through. Even if you think you're going to stop him, he's going to get nothing. He'll still get 2 or 3 yards. You're not stopping Ja'Kai Williams.
Second half coming up next. It is 7-7. I got one more question for you, Jacob. It is such a beautiful night here at West Orange. What was your favorite part of that halftime report? I loved the music.
The marching band was really great.
I love the superhero theme music.
Fantastic. They put a lot of effort into that, so thank you for the entertainment from the West Orange Mountaineers marching band.
Well, second half coming up next, right here on the D1 Media Provision of the NFHS Network. I'm Ryan Lowy. This is Jacob Gordon at the Orange Bowl. Jordan Cooper behind that great camera. As here come the West Orange Mountaineers as they storm onto the field. We got the second half for you. Next, right here on the D1 Media Provision of the NFHS Network. I promise you don't want to miss anything, so don't go anywhere.
Do you want your school to be covered by the #1 live stream service in the state of New Jersey so the entire country can see moments like this?
We play once again. Free kick coming for the Mountaineers. Short shot on goal. On post. And West Orange lets the goal. And they win. They take down the #2 ranked Seton Hall Pirates. Bullock takes the snap. He's going to take it himself. Barreling towards the goal line, and he's in. Carriage Bullock from 3 yards out. And the Marauders lead it 20-7.
Or be a witness to championships like these?
Montclair are state sectional champions. They defeat Livingston 4-1, and the Mounties sweep the boys and girls brackets in back-to-back wins over the Lancers. 3-2, there goes the runners. Swing on and miss, strike three. That does it. The Cranford Cougars are the Last Dance World Series champions.
Or have exclusive interviews with players and coaches.
Maroon and Silver Star pitcher Teague Mulcahy. I'm here with Cranford star Ryan Jaros. We're with the Bergen Crusaders star of the game, Luis De La Cruz. Here with West Orange head coach Doug Nevins. And all right, now here with star goalkeeper Nikolai Matthews of this West Orange Mountaineer team. Nikolai.
Here with Claire Manning after Montclair picks up a 4-1 win over Livingston. I'm here with Molly Brumback, the goalkeeper. Molly, what's Rivers today like?
Here with West Orange girls varsity coach Sean DeVore.
Then join the D1 Media Pro team, New Jersey's #1 live streaming service.
Halftime here at Suriano Field in its closing stages. Thank you to the band and the cheerleading squads of both teams for entertaining us during that halftime break. West Orange were the last to score after East Orange killed their first drive on offense and defense, forcing a Mountaineers punt. Jacob, the Orange Bowl, a great first tough game for both teams, as West Orange got blown out in the only game they didn't do the blowing out, and East Orange just cruised right through their schedule.
Yeah, I said in pregame, this is going to be a challenge for both teams. These are two tough, elite high schools in the state of New Jersey when it comes to football. You know, commits on both sides to somewhat significant colleges. It was an intense first half. It lived up to the hype. Only 7-7, but the score doesn't quite show you and say how exciting that first half was. Second half, I would expect the same.
Well, Lipsy got the quarterbacking job for today. They changed it up every time. What do you think of Lipsy's performance? I mean, he did hand the ball off to Williams a ton. Williams really did do a lot of the carrying, but what do you think of Lipsy's performance with the football, rather rolling on his own or throwing the football?
I thought his legs were good. I thought he was nice there. Obviously, not the fastest of all their quarterback options. That's why they put Ja'Kai Green in when they were in the red zone looking for that touchdown. But I thought he threw the ball pretty well as well. Obviously, with him out there, they were relying on Williams a lot, and I think that's their game plan. I think they have a lot of versatility in the quarterback position, and that helps a lot when you can put in different quarterbacks based on the team you're playing.
Well, Rael Hunter set to kick the ball back off for the second half. 12-minute quarters of football left to go. Here at the Orange Bowl on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. I'm Ryan Lowry, joined Jacob Gorin and Jordan Cooper, our cameraman. We're doing West Orange football this year. We're loving it right now because this has been the best game I have seen in a long time at the high school level. So Hunter's ready. East Orange is ready. Let's play a second half of football here at Suriano Field as the ball is picked up at the line. We are now going to see a run from Amos, who's going to turn the corner, run up the gut, and get East Orange going at roughly the defensive 44. Good yardage, good return.
Yeah, that was a good return. I thought he was going to get pinned in, but nice play by Chris Amos. Good run up the left side, far side for viewers at home. Got to the 45-yard line. So good starting field position in the opening drive of the half for the Jaguars.
Oliver back out there. He's taking a shotgun snap. And fakes the handoff, guns it, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver of Joshua Richards. I actually thought Sabur Kareem was going to intercept that.
Yeah, he thought he was too. He was upset with himself. Screaming, I should have got that.
7-7. 11:47 is left to go in the game. I'm Ryan Lowry, Jacob Gordon, Jordan Cooper here for you today on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. It's the beginning of the second half of the first and only Orange Bowl of 2021. Hashtag Battle of the Oranges. To the right, to the left. Oliver hands the ball off to Phillips. Phillips shut down after just a yard. Only give him one.
Nice read by the defensive line for West Orange. Shuts down Phillips immediately. Only a gain of 1 yard, so it will be 3rd down and 9. I mean, you can run the ball with Phillips here, but I'm sure you can get the first down. I wonder if they're going to throw it now.
From your own 46, after an incomplete pass and a gain of 1 on a rush from Phillips, let's see what East Orange decides to do.
Phillips lined up in the backfield.
Phillips in the backfield. Thank you, Jacob. Let's see what head coach Ray Oliver decides. Oliver will do it himself. He'll throw a ball to Lewis. Lewis's complete pass is chugged on for a first down. He pushed himself through to the line to gain. Wow.
Real impressive there by Kyle Lewis on a play that looked like he was getting him stuffed out. He fought through, dived forward for the first down. Yes, they're going to move the pylons. So now East Orange at the 45-yard line.
45-yard line, 10:32 left to go in the third of 4 quarters. Another 12-minute quarter on deck for you. And it's a 7-7 ball game here at the Orange Bowl. Oliver lined up by himself. And they're going to do the jet sweep trick play, handing it off to one number less than Oliver Lewis. Lewis resets himself to the hashes, where he's taken down for half the job. Looks like they might give him 4. And they'll confirm 4, Jacob.
Second down, 6 to go from the West.
Second down and 6 from the 41. From the 41, it's 2nd and 6 to go. 2nd and medium. Oliver with the running back, close side. He's got 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Ball is handed off to Phillips. Phillips finds the lane. Short of a yard. 3rd and uno.
This West Orange, East Orange offense is so good on their feet. I mean, that's mainly how they move the ball. That's their line. Even when they've gotten a pass off, it's usually a short one, and then a run to finish off the play.
9 minutes left to go in the third quarter. To the right, to the left. Oliver to the gun with Phillips close side. Might have got a jumper. No whistle came. Looks like he was able to hold his own. Oliver wants to move Knowles. Calls a potential audible here, if not a fake audible. And he gets verbal with his line.
Phillips to his left.
West Orange ready to block. Ball is handed off to Phillips. Phillips tries to regroup himself as he's dragged on down. Right there by number 13, Josiah Lawson. Officials timeout.
Official timeout.
The lights go out behind us. I don't think that's going to be a problem here at the football game. Well, I guess if you're a kid, Jacob, and you were enjoying a fun game on the baseball field or a soccer field, you might want to come watch some football, because this is a good game right next to you, and you don't really have the lights on anymore.
Fantastic game.
And the officials call yet another timeout. 8:16 left to go. We stop the clock. And now we get it going again. 7-7 both teams, who used a lot of timeouts in the first. East Orange, the whole arsenal. West Orange had 1 left. Now reset for the second half. Oliver takes a snap. He receives a running back block, and he'll throw the ball to the open Knowles, who's able to catch the ball 2 or 3 yards short of the first down. Gain of most.
Pass is caught by number 2, Ahmad Knowles.
We haven't really seen East Orange
About 7 yards on the play.
get a big gain from passing. Mostly been through runs. Nice play there, though. To get 2nd down and 3.
2nd down and 3, 7:55 left to go.
Inside the 30 now.
Seven 7 ball game. Both teams have all their timeouts here in the third quarter of the Orange Bowl. Oliver from the shotgun. West Orange set to blitz. They will, and they will shut down Phillips. And it looks like it's a gain of nothing. 7:50 left to go.
Third down and 3 now.
Third down.
West Orange now look to check in the key piece of Jameer Brutus. And we will see what Campus High like to do. Join us next week at Columbia here on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network as West Orange visits another Battle of the Oranges regional school, combining Maplewood and South Orange, Columbia High School, who took a tough loss to East Orange Campus 52-0. Join us next week on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network at 7 p.m. Friday Night Lights. If you can't be there, tune in so you can feel like you're there.
Yeah, that should be a good game.
Flag on the field, delay a game.
That's really big for West Orange. Now pushing back to 3rd down and 8 now.
3rd down and 8. For East Orange after they got pushed back due to penalty.
Wait until they get out.
Ball is placed on the West Orange 32-yard line.
6:57 West Orange 32-yard line. Attacking territory for 3rd down and 8 is Campus. Oliver takes the snap. He's swarmed. He'll make it to the line of scrimmage and gun the ball downfield, but the throw is way too hard for the intended receiver right there. We're getting a word on who that was. There was no flag on the play, surprisingly. Looked like there might have been an illegal block in the back. Or a holding, pardon that one. Unregistered there was the intended receiver. We don't have the exact name of him. Where's number 80? So number 80 lines up close side as the only receiver, Jacob. He will now be joined by his companion in Sharif Bryant. One far side, Oliver from the shotgun. Takes the snap. It's a passing play. They'll work easy to Phillips. Phillips got a lot of yards. He's to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown!
Nice run there by Damon Phillips. 4th down and 8, they go for it. Rather than punting the ball, probably the smart move. A little too far in to offensive territory to punt. Phillips with his elusive speed zigzags his way into the end zone for the touchdown. 13-7 East Orange Jaguars.
Tamir, Bernie LeBerth for the extra point. It's held beautifully and kicked out. My apologies, that was Geraldo Gibson. Pardon me, I thought I saw 81, not 21. It's not easy seeing from this distance. But East Orange Campus just scored a touchdown and are now up by 7. Stay tuned here on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. We'll be right back. West Orange back on the ball, trying to come back.
Hey, drop back on the suit.
Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
East Orange on the touchdown. Geraldo Gibson kicked the extra point up and good. Now he will kick it off from the 40. 14-7 coming up. Schedules for both Oranges as the ball is kicked off powerfully and deep. Back there to receive it. Bobbled it but picked it up as Makai Green. He'll take it to the 20 where he's met by an entire swarm of East Orange campusers. And Jacob, tell me what East Orange Campus High School, the Jaguars, have coming up after this week's exciting action at Suriano Field in West Orange.
Well, they play in Livingston next Friday. In Livingston. the team that West Orange beat 35-0 last week. And then they play Newark East Side at home, Pope John on the road at West Side on the 30th, and then Behringer on the 25th of November. That's the games on their schedule right now via NJ.com. Lots of interesting times. 7 p.m. next Friday, 1 p.m. the following 3 games, 10:30 a.m. game on November 25th against Behringer.
So there was dirty laundry. Mountaineers get the 5 yards and a first down. And it doesn't look like the referee knows that his mic is still on, so he's conversating with the coach. I hope he turns it off. There is times where we see officials keep their mics on and say poor things. Hope he turns it off. As you were saying, what is the West Orange schedule coming up, Jacob? I'm sure it's going to be a fun one. We'll be there for it.
Yes, we will. Columbia is where they are. We'll be at next week. We will be there to cover for you. Union City the following week. Then they're back home against Montclair on the 15th. Home versus Bloomfield on the 22nd. And on the 29th of October, they're playing Irvington on the road. That will close out the regular season. The West Orange is a very good team. If they make the postseason, they will be playing more games following the 29th of October against Irvington.
That goes for both teams. Keep in mind, notes for NJ.com. Times are due to change. That's why it's important you check SECconference.com, tap rather East Orange Campus or West Orange to see any schedule changes or updates. But that was the schedule that NJ.com received from both schools' athletic departments at the beginning of the season. And, of course, playoffs has not yet been posted. But keep an eye on NJ.com for when that happens. There was a timeout called. I'm not sure what that was.
No flag there.
So they waved off the penalty. Both teams still have 3 timeouts left, as according to the West Orange scoreboard. So that, I guess that means in the books that's an officials conference and timeout. We'll have to keep an eye on that scoreboard and adjust it as we see fit. 6:33 left to go. Clock will run when the whistles blow for the third quarter right here on the D1 Maple page on the NFHS Network. It's the Orange Bowl. The first and only of the regular season. 9 games, 1 a week for each team this schedule, usually 10 to 11. But of course, due to COVID-19, limitations came into play. Let's see. In the shotgun, he's got Williams next to him. Fakes the handoff. He looks to find a receiver, rolls on out far as he's chased on down, able to get to the line of scrimmage and gains 6 or 7, where he falls down in East Orange bench territory.
Well, Xander Lipsy read all of his options. Very good coverage by the secondary of East Orange. So he just decided to run. Get a solid gain of 6 there. Second down and 4.
Second down and 4. West Orange. Lipsy quarterbacking. Williams powerfully running. Trips close, 1 far. Notice this one, West Orange, very lightly covered close side. They will take advantage of that and pass the ball, but a hard hit from Mackay Green off the reception from number 5, B.J. Covington. Shut him down. The element of trickery there.
B.J. Covington on the stop.
Nice play by the secondary, good read by them. Saw that the right side was open. That's where West Orange went to Mackay Green and B.J. Covington. The corner.
Timeout West Orange.
Which the loss.
So now this time we can confirm there was a timeout called. It was the West Orange Mountaineers. Stay tuned right here on the Deal Media page on the NFHS Network. 14-7 defense. welcome you back here in the third quarter. 5:58 left to go. Lipsy in the gun. 14-7 defense, which is East Orange Campus High School, known as the Jaguars. Lipsy with Williams to assist. He'll decide to throw again. He guns this one down the field. But it's in and out of the hands of Massey, who gets hit real hard. And receiving the flag is Kyle Lewis.
This might be PI. Maybe unnecessary roughness. We'll see. And either way, it's probably against East Orange.
Ooh, he's down. That's not good. There's not one, not two, but 3 flags on the field. A hard hit pushes West Orange into attacking territory, well, close to attacking territory, maybe even in it. Stay tuned. We hope he's all right. We'll be right back.
Are you interested in pursuing a career in sports marketing or creating impactful sports content? You can get experience in high school by being a part of the RISE program powered by Ortho Carolina. It will give you a head start on an exciting career. The RISE program exposes students to industry professionals and gives them real-world experience by creating content and marketing the teams at their own high school. To find out how you can be a part of RISE, email us at contact@readinessandsportseducation.org.
East Orange called on the personal foul of unnecessary roughness. They'll gain 15 yards and have a first down. It's an official's timeout, which means we will step aside. Stay tuned for more football coming up next on the D1 Meet for page of the NFHS Network. We hope everything is all right down in the middle, as Ashley Sevo and Gene Policianos take care of the injured player.
New Jersey, that was... I can't see it. Black out. It's blurred. It's supposed to be blurry.
This one's obvious.
Blackhawks or Ducks?
So obvious. Oh no! 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 Blackhawks! Blackhawks!
What did you say the first time? I didn't even hear.
I said Rangers. It's Blackhawks.
Yeah, it's Blackhawks.
Jared Massey, the injured player, is up and all right, has his helmet back on. Ashley Sevo and Gene Policianos can confirm he is all right. Those are the West Orange athletic trainers.
There also was a penalty flag there. 15 yards. Personal foul on East Orange. So West Orange up to the another flag here.
What do we have, Jacob? Offsides, you think? False start. Moving back. 5 yards. Slower moving third quarter, I must say.
I was wrong. It was the opposite of what I said.
5:52 left to go. First and 15, ball handed off to Williams. Williams powers through, gains a couple. Might have gained 4 or 5. We'll wait for the official confirmation on that one.
Very Mackay Williams run.
Powers through. You can almost refer to him with the ball as a bullet.
Yep.
Nothing gets in his way. It might stop eventually when enough force gets to it, but it's fast, it's sheer, and it slices through.
Right up the gut, too.
Right up the gut. Let's see. Throws the ball. Oh, and it's intercepted! Intercepted by B.J. Covington. In and out of the hands of Williams on the intended screen pass. Turnover.
That's rough for West Orange. East Orange is starting to really shut them down, but that pick just kind of enforces it. They have excellent field position now. This seems like prime position for the Jaguars to get up by a couple of scores.
5:11 left to go. It's a new drive. East Orange Campus with the ball. B.J. Covington doing his job with the interception. And now Campus has the football, Jacob. It's good yardage.
Yep, they're starting at the 34-yard.
East Orange takes over at the West Orange 48-yard line. First and 10.
So they say the 38. Kind of looks like the 33 to me.
Yeah, 33 even.
Nobody's perfect. 5:11 left to go. Ball is snapped. Fake. Oliver takes it himself, and he slides down quite professionally right there.
Yep.
For around 7.
Oliver didn't see anything, so the pocket was collapsing, ran out of it, slid, gain.
Ball was placed on the West Orange 27-yard line.
7.
Gain of 7 on the play.
So gain of 7, as confirmed. 2nd and 3 for East Orange.
Oliver from the shotgun.
Oliver from the shotgun. Takes the snap, guns the ball up the middle, in and out of the hands of Sabor Kareem. Ooh, we almost saw an interception.
That's his second almost pick of the day. That one was even closer. He had that, then dropped it.
Jacob, Columbia, next week, we're going there to watch them take on West Orange. What's the score right now as they're at Barringer High School in Newark?
They're up 35-0 to the Barringer Blue Bears, but Barringer not exactly one of the top teams in the state. In fact, one of the worst ones. Almost anyone can beat the old Barringer Blue Bears.
Oliver from the shotgun.
Oliver from the shotgun. To the right, to the left. He hands it off to Phillips. Phillips finds him, powers through, and saving a potential touchdown was Jared Massey. That was relief right there, but a big, big pickup. East Orange Campus in the red zone. And Jacob, tell us what's going on in the D1 Media Pro World this Friday night.
Well, live right now, Columbia at Barringer Hall Catholic High School at St. Peter's Prep, Weddington High School at Olympic High School. All football, and that is all that is live right now. Tomorrow morning, though, very early, 11 a.m., first game of the day for D1, Westfield, Livingston.
11 a.m.?
Me and you.
And Jordan, too. Oh, that's going to be a thriller. West Orange encroachment half the distance.
Half the distance to the way.
3:50 here in this slower moving second half in the third quarter. It's getting a little chilly. I'm not going to lie. Getting a little chilly.
Yep.
I could use my sweatshirt to put on at the quarter.
I put on my sweatshirt, all right.
Smart man, smart man. First and goal, West Orange 4. Oliver with Phillips. Close side. So no surprise to the handoff, but Phillips falls on himself. Falls on himself for a loss of a couple. And with the running clock. Second down.
Second down. I believe he lost 2 yards there. Second down and...
Also about 2.
Lost 2, actually. Second down. And third down and goal at the 6-yard line. Nope, I was right the first time. 5-yard line.
East Orange break out of a small huddle.
Oliver from the shotgun.
Braden Oliver, 6'1" senior, takes a snap, hands it off to Phillips, the power man, and the power man's dragged down at the 6-yard line.
Yep, that's actually going to be a loss of 1.
West Orange tackle made by number 14, Jamarius Lawson.
If you're East Orange, go for it. I mean, that's it. If honestly, the way this East Orange defense has been playing, and the way this West Orange offense has really not been able to get anything going in the second half, you get a touchdown here, get up by 2 scores, 2 full scores, that might be a killer.
And let me just say this right now, Jacob, as I feel a couple raindrops from the sky. Hopefully it's a false alarm. I'm going to say this right now. I feel like if East Orange wins this game, they have a clear path to win the Super Football Conference. They'd be undefeated. They take down last year's champions. Running it himself is Oliver. Shut down at the 1. 4th down and decision time for Raiden Oliver's father, head coach Ray Oliver. What does he do?
Go for it again. said before, either way, this East Orange defense has been so suffocating. You get a touchdown here, that could be the game. Only with a minute and a half to go in this third quarter.
And so East Orange wants to talk this one over. They call a timeout. Stay tuned right here on the Deal Maker page on the NFHS Network.
Timeout, East Orange.
Fourth down and goal from the one. The handoff, Phillips. Short from behind to gain. It's a turnover.
Yes, absolutely huge. East Orange tries to run from the one with Phillips. West Orange stout at the line. Turnover on downs, and the absolutely huge one. West Orange stays in this game.
And the place erupted. To the left is the student section. So loud.
Yeah, electric. This West Orange crowd is getting into this one, Ryan.
It's kind of hard not to. I mean, your team's only down by a touchdown. Your defense just came up key, and what could have really turned the chapter in this ball game. No, we're still in the same chapter. West Orange only down by a touchdown. They're back on offense, but they got to go all the way back.
Yeah, I mean, they're taking the snap in their own end zone.
Shotgun Lipsy. Dirty laundry, folks. Dirty laundry. And it's an illegal substitution. 12 are left on the field for campus, and West Orange gets some breathing room.
Yep, now moving back 5, and a big move back 5.
Still first down from the 6 now. Lipsy now not lined up in his end zone, but he's awfully close, so he's got to be very careful.
Yep,
strategic move, give it to Williams.
Don't want to take his safety here.
Still a whole other quarter left to play, 1:21 left to go in this one. Jet sweep. Green. Locked down for a gain of 1. And it'll be second.
I mean, not much really you can do here. West Orange is not playing the deep ball very well. They're kind of trying to move on their legs and play similar games to how East Orange is playing. The only difference is East Orange's defense has been all over them.
3/4 of a minute left to go here in the third quarter of the first and only Orange Bowl of the 2021 NJ High School football season. Both teams brought attendance to the next level this evening. Both teams also getting a run for their money. Great game.
Both teams bringing their A game.
Handoff to Williams, but flags interrupt that one. Since the play was stopped dead, I think it's ultimately going to be a West Orange guilty flag here, and it's a false start on the offensive unit. Break that one down for me.
You can't do that. I mean, it's simple enough. I'm not even just from a literal standpoint, where you cannot do that. It will be a flag. From like a standpoint in the game, that moves them back 5 yards to the 2-yard line. They're taking the snap basically in their own end zone again.
15 seconds, clock is running. West Orange from inside their own 5-yard line. Ball on the 6, ball not on the 6, but it says it's on the 6. I think this will run out the quarter, Jacob, and I think that'll be a strategic thing to do. Regroup yourselves, take a breath, because West Orange has the ball for the fourth quarter, down by touchdown. Stay tuned for the fourth quarter of the Orange Bowl on the D1 meter per page on the NFHS Network.
And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Your score after 3, East Orange.
New Jersey, that was... I can't see it. Blacked out. It's blurred. It's supposed to be blurry. Hear that?
This one's obvious.
Blackhawks or Ducks?
So obvious. Oh no! 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 Blackhawks! Blackhawks!
What did you say the first time? I didn't even hear.
I said Rangers. It's Blackhawks.
Yeah, it's Blackhawks.
I'm in Chicago was the home team twice, so this is not a gimme series for Edmonton. But I still make the other succinct.
Fourth quarter is ready to go here at the Orange Bowl. I'm Ryan Lowry, Jacob Gordon, Jordan Cooper. Join with me today. The clock is set fresh with 12 minutes. West Orange down by a touchdown, including an extra point. Lipsy guns the ball out the middle. It's caught for a first down. A completed pass moves the chains, and a great start to the fourth quarter for the Mountaineers.
Yep, that was a big play to Kareem. They'll move the chains there and get out of their own, inside their own 2-yard line. To the 17.
West Orange first down. Lipsy hands it off. Here's Williams. Williams has got a lot of open turf to run through, and he runs right out of bounds with the first down. Let's get moving.
Yep, West Orange saying move those chains again. Ty Williams, powerful run to the outside and to the 30. We're going to say 28 actually.
So West Orange moves the chains with 11:20 left to go. They're down by a touchdown. Include that extra point in the business of that one. Lipsy now lined up with Hunter. It's been a running-dominated game, as expected. Both teams love the running game.
Might be speaking a little early here, but you're West Orange. If you get a touchdown here, go for 2.
Theoretically a risky, but maybe interesting move. Hand up, Hunter. Nothing. Shut him down at the line of scrimmage.
Maybe a loss.
Strategic, my apologies. Strategic decision to hand it off to Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, when you're got a guy out there that's not Ty Williams, you're not guaranteed the same yardage. He does get them back to the line of scrimmage, though, or a gain of 1, actually.
So I know I did call the East Orange running back Power Man, but I want to shift that nickname to Ja'Kai Williams because he just powers through. So Power Man. Lipsy throws the ball. He guns one up the field and complete to Jarvis Jones, and the flags stay in the pockets.
Just out of reach for Jarvis Jones. That would have been big. Now it's 3rd down and 9 for the Mountaineers.
Oh. So a flag appeared out of nowhere. I didn't see a flag, did you?
No.
So our apologies there. We did the best we could. Oh, now we see the flag. West Orange swarmed it, tried to hide it from the fans. But a personal foul, pushing back 15.
That's not good for the Mountaineers.
Let's see what they do. Third and extra, actually, I believe.
Third down and way long.
So it's actually second down, according to our booth downstairs, our great friends. 24 needed. Here's a snap. Jet sweep. Trick play. Caught by Jones. He'll pick up everything lost. Oh boy, I think it's going to be 3rd and 3 or 4.
That's actually going to be, I believe, 3rd down and 8 or 9.
Ooh, that was not very generous. I thought he caught it a little bit further up.
Yeah, but they'll place the ball where they do. 3rd down and 5, actually. Very manageable, though. Great trick play. Great play calling there by West Orange and head coach Darnell Grant.
Campus timeout. They call timeout. Stay tuned. D1 meter per page. NFHS Network. Orange Bowl.
It's hard to get to everything we have going on here. I mean, this high school has so much. And now you're offering the ability to watch those events without having to travel there.
My dad travels a lot, so he likes to watch the events. Like if I'm playing a volleyball game and he can't make it, he'll watch it and he loves it.
I think it was homecoming. It was Friday night, and it was a punt return. And I returned it all the way back for a touchdown. And then, of course, I showed all my family members, and they really liked it. They liked to see what their family members can do.
Golden Lions.
I think this broadcast is essential because our team is global, and we got people all over the world going to watch the game. So without this, there's no way they can do that.
These kids and these players feel loved. They feel important. And by broadcasting it, you have a bigger group that you're reaching that allows them to know those kids.
Lipsy from the shotgun. 10:27 left to go in the 4th. Apparently it's 4th down. It went from 2nd to 4th on the scoreboard. Our apologies. So 4th down, West Orange. Playing it tricky, and I think they want to cancel that decision of theirs, or at least think over it again. Both teams have one timeout left to go in this ball game, Jacob. Is it really strategic to go for it here?
I think so. I mean, if you don't go for it, 10.5 minutes left, that's still plenty of time. But you don't want to give East Orange another chance to march up the field and get another touchdown to make it a 2-score game. It's going to make it a lot harder, especially if, think about it this way. Say you just punt it off here, and East Orange starts out at the 25-30 yard line. They will have a little over 10 minutes to gain those yards, and say that takes them 5 minutes, but they score a touchdown, then you only have 5 minutes to score 2 touchdowns. That's not really plausible. So I think going for it here is definitely the right move.
Think about how much West Orange will lose here, though, if they turn it over. It will be an immaculate disaster.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, now it looks like they're punting. Grant tried to get East Orange to jump. He just couldn't. Now he punts the ball away. There was also some confusion what down it was earlier. It said 2nd down on the scoreboard. I thought it was 3rd, but I'm reading the scoreboard. It says 2nd. I go with the scoreboard because it's the official board, and then the scoreboard switches to 4th. We're going to go with 4th down and 5, and I think it's safe to say that because West Orange is punting it.
You never know. They can always go for a trick play.
Trick play opportunity here. Lined up to punt, though. Here's a snap. Poor snap. And they're going to fake it. Massey runs, and he doesn't even get past the line of scrimmage. My apologies, he does, but just barely. East Orange take over.
Yeah, that's not good. Fumbled the punt, and he tried to run through it. I'm not sure if it was intentional or not. Either way, East Orange takes over at the offensive 31-yard line. Not good for West Orange.
Well, that's a very tough break. Spirits crushed here on our side of the football field, which is where the fans are. We're on top of the booth. It's a little chilly up here. We got all the coordinators up here and everything going on. Other side, those you can see on your screen, East Orange has packed their section. They have standing fans in the background. Most schools can't get that support. Fake handoff, taking it himself, and brought down is Raiden Oliver. Gained about half the job or so.
Looks like a gain of 5.
10 minutes exactly left to go. Reminder, tune in tomorrow. Number 19 in the state of New Jersey, boys soccer Livingston. Host number 18 in the state of New Jersey, Westfield. The Dub Field, L-Town. Tomorrow at 11. Me and Jacob will be there, right here on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. That's your PSA announcement. 9:40 left to go. Clock is running. East Orange in attacking territory, up by a touchdown. Include the extra point in that mix, as you can see on the scoreboard, down below on the 2 bottom thirds. Ball is snapped, fake handoff. Raiden Oliver rolls on out. He'll take it himself for the first down, and he'll juke himself out of bounds. As Lawson put a little pressure on him and forced him out. First down, move the chains again. East Orange really just trying to put the game in the books here.
Yeah, and I think they probably do. They get a touchdown here. It seemed like they were going to the last drive, though. West Orange held them up at the 1 yard line, possibly the inches
From the West Orange 19.
away from the goal line.
First down, just barely in the red zone. Just barely. Here's the snap. And a powerful gut run right there. Puts him into the 10.
Inside the 10.
9:15 and counting in the fourth quarter. As you like to say, Ryan, all East Orange wants is for that clock to speed up. All West Orange wants is for that clock to slow down.
Yeah, especially because they might not come out of this drive and put their offense back on the field down by a possession. They might be down by just a tad bit more than that, considering East Orange can easily kick a field goal. We've seen that all game with the powerful extra points, the bombs on the kickoffs. Snap, handoff, Phillips shut down, roughly line of scrimmage. They might give him a yard if they're nice.
Short gain of any on the play. West Orange tackle by number 6, Jameer Brutus.
Jameer Brutus on the tackle for the Mountaineers.
Gain of about a yard on the play.
I'd like to thank you for joining us on the Deal Media page on the NFHS Network.
Second and goal from the 8 for East
Jacob, the hype of this game, very accurate.
Yeah, it's been a great one here. Only 14-7 thus far, but the score hasn't really shown how great this game has been.
From the shotgun is Oliver. To his left, the running back, Phillips. Handoff, my apologies, not handoff, flag comes out on the QB sneak. What'd you see there?
I don't know, maybe holding?
Officials conference in the middle. Band, the entertainer at the moment, as now the official puts his mic on for the crowd. Defensive face mask. Half the distance to the goal. Jacob, East Orange dangerously close to ending this ball game.
What's more importantly than the half the distance, they get a first down.
They do, automatic. It's in the books, an automatic first down. A game energy killer. Dangerous result right there. So Oliver, he's had a great game. Lined up with Phillips. Close side. One far, too close. The receiver lineup. Potential audible here from head coach Oliver. The snap. The handoff. Here's a run for a gain of 1. A run for 1. A 1 for run.
One run.
Number 4, Miles Sneed on the stop for West Orange.
It's going to be actually saying third down on the big board here. Thought it was second down.
Oliver communicating with Oliver. Imagine that combination right there. Your father is the head coach here, the quarterback, deservingly, of a very good football team. That's quite the connection. That gives you connections, too. His father must know a mountain's worth of good colleges.
And scouts.
Yeah. Oliver living the good life right now as he takes himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
1 to go. And all of a sudden, it is a 2-score game.
East Orange might have just milked the game. They'll kick the extra point and then kick it back to West Orange. West Orange now in need of a miracle. It's no longer just one punch away from a tie. It's now that knockout punch to a tie. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. Tack on another one. It's 21-7 East Orange. Stay tuned. East Orange trying to cap out the Orange Bowl on the road on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. We will be back in just a minute.
Heads up, Jack. Understood. Took him and decreasing. Ethan Horton. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
With them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
East Orange kicking it off now to West Orange. Ball is high. Ball is caught. Green tries to cut far side and is hammered down with a shoulder right there by Kyle Lewis. Uh-oh. And then we might have a fight and a scrum break out. It's cleared. The coordinators are to our far and close side, Jacob, and they're vocally unhappy with that.
Yeah, I think they were looking for a taunting call there. And honestly, might have been warranted. West Orange starting at the 20-yard line, 6:36 remaining in the game.
Tough shoulder punch right there, knocks him down. 6:36 left to go. West Orange back on offense. They are in need of 2 solid drives and defensive fluidity, I guess you could say. 6:36, that's right, left on your game clock. Brought to you by the Suriano scoreboard. Snap, throw, caught by Green. Green fumbles the ball. It's picked up by Sharif Bryant, but I think they'll blow the play dead prior. I believe that's what they did.
Yes. I think that they're not going to rule that a Orange ball. Say he got down before he dropped it.
Well, Jacob, tomorrow's schedule, D1 Media Pro page, NFHS Network, just packed.
As a lot of Saturdays are. We're kicking off the day. Me and Ryan are going to be in Livingston for Lancers.
Hashtag L-Town Dubfield.
Westfield, Livingston, varsity soccer.
Here's the snap, the throw, caught once again. Green avoids a tackle, tries to cut on in and is taken down, Jacob.
Football at 1 p.m. Bayonne, Seton Hall, Hanover, Newark Park, Newark Central. Also 1 p.m. football. More football at 4. The Newark
Collegiate. Newark Collegiate versus Malcolm X Shabazz, folks. Here's the fake snap, Lipsy, with Williams to his left, as we were saying.
North Birding High School versus Bayonne at 6:30.
And that is actually next week. My apologies, North Bergen versus Bayonne is October 1st. Thank you, Jacob. That's the upcoming football schedule. It is so loud here. The snap, and Laundry cleans this play up before it starts.
It's going to be a false start and a big one. 5 minutes on the dot in this game.
Well, West Orange doesn't think it's over yet. Their student section on their feet, epically awaiting for a comeback. Anything is possible?
Yeah. Not sure against this East Orange team, though. They're just so good on both sides of the ball.
I mean, this team is locked down. Locked down. But you also can never underestimate the power of Williams. He was bulldozing through St. Peter's. So we'll see. Here's a snap. They give it to Power Man, who powers right on through for the first down. Move the chains, Jacob.
Yeah, big run there. They're signaling to move the chains. 31-yard line for West Orange. That was big. Even if they do get a touchdown here, they're going to have to move quick because I'm not sure it's going to be enough.
West Orange loses this game. They move to 2-2. They win. They move to 3-1. Campus would stay undefeated if they're able to hold or advance onto their 2-possession, 14-point lead. From the gun, here's the snap. The throw, far side. Caught by Kareem, who gets into attacking territory, out of bounds, far side.
That was a beautiful catch by Kareem, using the verticals. Big up, first down and more. They'll move the chains all the way to the 47-yard line, the offensive 47-yard line, Ryan.
Under 4 minutes left to go. Here in the fourth quarter, West Orange and Livingston on the D1 Meet page on the NFHS Network. The Orange Bowl in its closing stages. Here's the snap. The throw is caught. West Orange will pick up solid yardage once again on the pass complete to Elijah Matos.
Xander Lipsy really zipping the ball around on this drive. Lots of passing, more than he has in maybe any other drive. But that's what he needs. Move the ball, get to the low line of scrimmage quickly, take the snap. They gotta get a touchdown. They gotta get one quick.
From the 39 in attacking territory with under 3:20 left to go. The snap, the handoff to Power Man, who powers right on through. Simmons is still going. 3 East Orangers will have to take him down as the chains move once again and the clock stops for reset.
Kai Williams, as we've been calling him, the Power Man.
I love that nickname.
West Orange did their superhero themed halftime show with the marching band. They got a superhero of their own on their team.
Power Man. In theaters, October 21st.
In theaters every Friday.
Yes, every Friday. Here at Suriano Field, except for next week. It's going to be in Columbia. Here's the snap. Power Man once again. Powers a yard or two.
Flag.
And that's right, Jacob. We have a flag. It's like the far line judge, close side. Is at the helm of this penalty. Let's see what he relays to the captain. A 15-yard back personal foul charged to the Mountaineers with 2.5 left to go in the game.
That's not good for West Orange. 2.5 left.
15-yard penalty.
Send him back 15 yards, Jacob. Put him on the 39. And run the clock.
First down and 25 now.
Oh, wait, now stop it again with 2:26. West Orange takes out Rael Hunter. Head official blows this one dead before it even gets going.
East Orange 39-yard.
Ball in attacking territory for the Mountaineers. 39-yard line. 2:24 left to go. Clock is running again. It's been a start-stop-start type of clock mode this second half. Lipsy from the gun. He stands on the 45. Lipsy from the shotgun. Guns a completed pass to Matthew Bovey. Bovey, first touch on the football today.
Yep, that's a big reception. Gets those yards back. They're going to call it second down.
Third down now, 10 yards to go for West Orange.
Third down, actually.
Just like that, 100 seconds of football left to be played. West Orange taking a little too much time, I must say. 2 inside, 2 outside. Far side, close side, I should say. Here's the snap, handoff. On the run is Green. He's got shifty with it, and he finds a lane, and he's still going. Should probably go out of bounds. Decides not to, gets a little too creative with it. West Orange has a timeout left. I think there strategically, when you get shifty like that and you find a lane out of bounds, you go out of bounds. Because there's only a minute of football left to go, and you only...
If he goes out of bounds, he gets the first down easily.
He's also costed his Mountaineers a timeout. I think he wanted to be too heroic for his liking. So, West Orange, with a minute and 2 seconds left to go, need 2 touchdowns, including those extra points, unless they put a 2-point conversion in, or get a little extracurricular with the playbook. Ryan Lowry, Jacob Gordon, Jordan Cooper here with you tonight, and tomorrow in L-Town versus the Dub Field. Jacob, a little preview of that one for all the viewers who will tune in.
Livingston coming into the game very strong, 5-1. So they actually beat a dominant West Orange boys soccer team earlier this week. That was a great game. Ryan, you were there.
Me, Kevin Connolly, Jordan Cooper, and I will tell you this right now, Livingston did the job well. On the on-demand function on the Deal Media page on the NFHS Network is where you can find that one. Dub Field, also with a loss on the season, are 1 spot in the state rankings ahead of them. So that's a great game. Dub Field, L-Town tomorrow at L.J. Jacobson Field in Livingston. But let's go to the other side. Well, not the other side, the neighboring town of West Orange for right now, because there's still 62 seconds left of football here at the Orange Bowl. 21-7, the defense. The throw, caught Green inside the red zone. Gets to roughly the 7. West Orange better move quickly.
That's a line of scrimmage right now.
So the Mountaineers move the chains. East Orange looking at the clock and smiling.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if they get the touchdown here. They're going to win this. It's going to look better, though, on NJ.com when it says 21-14 rather than 21-7.
Lipsy will most likely throw the ball here. The snap. And throw the ball he will do as it is caught for a Mountaineers touchdown. There is a flag. It was caught by Sabur Kareem. Who's responsible for the dirty laundry this time? What do you think there, Jacob?
I don't know. I didn't see anything. It was a late flag.
21-7. We're going to set the clock. My apologies. We're going to set the scoreboard back to 21-7. Offense held liable for something. I'm not exactly sure what that was. It's unsportsmanlike conduct. The booing and hissing is excessively loud. Very loud. Very loud. The scoreboard says 21-7.
Fans are saying, really? There's 30 seconds left?
And yep, no, it's 21-13. Yep, it will be assessed on the kickoff. So with an extra point completed here, it's only a touchdown game. West Orange now kick the extra point. And the extra point is up, and it is good from Samuel Godinez. West Orange down by 7. They need that touchdown extra point to tie. Touchdown and 2-point conversion to win it. 28 seconds left to go, Jacob. What a game.
It's been a great one, Ryan. Here in West Orange, New Jersey, and West Orange is going to have to... I mean, it's basically over. They're going to have to get the onside kick.
Thank you, you too.
West Orange going to have to get the onside kick here to win it.
That's what I think they're talking about in the huddle. Well, as you just heard me say to the coordinators who have departed up here, East Orange and West Orange feel this might be over. Both their coordinators have departed from this beautiful elevated angle that our camera also calls home tonight. Jacob, I'm jamming to the band right now. 28 seconds left to go. I was really unbeat there, wasn't I?
You were. Really? Moving your arms, Brian.
I was grooving. Maybe we ought to make a TikTok of that. Kidding. No TikToks on the job. So because of the unsportsmanlike conduct, this onside kick will come from the 25, which really doesn't matter. If the onside kick is good, it's good. If it's not, it's not.
Yeah, if they get the onside kick, they gotta really gun it downfield.
Yeah.
Quick. 28 seconds left on the clock here. So, game is in reach, technically.
Ryan McFadden comes out here to kick the onside kick. He winds and he deals. Off a couple hits and recovered by the Mountaineers. Holy cow!
They got the onside kick at the 40. 26 seconds left to work with. This game isn't over.
Don't go anywhere. Oh my goodness. Jacob, we're getting a run for our money. Oh my goodness. Classic football.
The fumble onside kick right into the arms of West Orange. 35-yard line, my mistake. 37-yard line.
Whoa! This is exciting on both sides. Both East Orange and West Orange have to be very happy with their performance today. This is high-level football.
Yes, really. This is what you get when you have two of the best teams in the state playing against each other in a rivalry game.
It's the Orange Bowl, and you can hear why, because West Orange is pumped up on their student section. East Orange, just the same. Here we go. Lindsay from the shotgun. He is being swarmed by the defense. Rolls on out, and he's taken down for the snap. With 20 seconds, that might just do it. That might just do the excitement for tonight, folks. West Orange has to get their Hot Wheels on for a play or two left. 7 seconds. This will do it. The last play of the evening after this snap, which is spiked. Good decision? I think so.
They'll stop it at 3. They're just going to go for the Hail Mary. I mean, might as well. That's the only thing you can do. And this spot, no timeouts.
And Jacob, I'm going to say something very egregious, and I want to hear if you agree with me. You know what might have ruined this drive for West Orange? Unsportsmanlike conduct during the touchdown.
Yeah, they start a lot further up if they don't get that.
So now we're really going to see a test of the arm of Lipsy. He's had a pretty good game. 1 interception because of a deflection. Don't give him all the faulty on that one.
Nope, I wouldn't give him that one. I wouldn't give him much of the fault on that pick.
Ryan Lowry, Jacob Gordon, and Jordan Cooper.
They know that's not technically be a fumble.
Uh-oh, delay a game. Now we're really testing Arnold Lipsy. This is going to have to be a trick play. Jordan, you're on camera for this one, buddy. Try and catch all this crazy lateral stuff that we might just see. Because this is the last play of the first and only Orange Bowl here at Suriano Field in West Orange. Campus up by 7. West Orange on offense for the last play of the game. Handoff jet sweep. Green. Past the line of scrimmage. Throws one on back. It's a lineman. Gun done up. It's a trick play. We're going to go across the field. Action at its best.
The ball.
Let's get this. Oh, boy. And that'll do it as Green recovers the fumble. And East Orange wins the hashtag Battle of the Oranges Orange Bowl, the first and only of the 2021 season. Jacob, holy cow.
What a game, Ryan. I am glad that we were here for it.
Wow. Handshake in the middle now. Wow. What's your reaction on that everything post the West Orange second touchdown?
Well, I'm going to bring something up. You may not be thinking about it. West Orange had a touchdown. And Mackay Green fumbled in the end zone. Fell out of his hands.
Oh, pointing out the plays that could have made this game extra football.
Yeah.
But it's over. Campus wins 21-14. Stay tuned for the post-game show right here on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network.
can't see it. Black out. It's blurred. It's supposed to be blurry.
This one's obvious.
Blackhawks or Ducks?
So obvious. Oh no! 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 Blackhawks! Blackhawks!
What did you say the first time? I didn't even
I said Rangers. It's Blackhawks.
Yeah, it's Blackhawks.
I'm in Chicago as the home team twice, so this is not a gimme series for Edmonton. But I still make the Otis a series.
21-14, your final score here at Suriano Field in West Orange, Essex County, New Jersey, at the Super Football Conference matchups. First and only Orange Bowl of the 2021 season, a hashtag Battle of the Oranges matchup. Jacob, break it down. East Orange with a 7-point win.
Well, West Orange almost got back in it. They got the onside kick, recovered the onside kick at the end there. The sack was big. East Orange played really great on both sides of the ball. They only got 3 touchdowns, but that doesn't really show how well they moved the ball. They had so many drives. They had a couple other drives where they were stopped inside their own 5. So, very good, great game for East Orange. West Orange played okay. I thought they matched East Orange as best as they could, but best as they could was not enough.
East Orange really proved tonight they might win this Super Football Conference. 5 more games left to go on the schedule. Jacob, Ja'Kai Williams, power man for West Orange. What do you think of his performance?
You had to name a player of the game for the West Orange Mountaineers. You would say Ja'Kai Williams. And, I mean, we call him the power man for a reason. You know, as I said before, fits with the superhero halftime performance.
Yep, 21-14 the final score. East Orange Campus. Player of the game?
I'm gonna have to say that touchdown run for their second touchdown of the game. That made it 14-7. It's a nice little run there by Damon Phillips, and that was the one that eventually. So that's really swung the tide in East Orange's favor to open the second half.
Well, that will do it here from Suriano Field in West Orange, Essex County, New Jersey, a Super Football Conference matchup. East Orange Campus remains undefeated, and West Orange falls to 2-2. I'm Ryan Lowry, joined with Jacob Gordon, Jordan Cooper on camera here at the Orange Bowl in West Orange, New Jersey. Join us tomorrow. L-Town hosting Dubfield. Number 19 in the state, the Livingston High School Lancers host the Westfield High School. Something. I'll get that back to you in a minute. I believe it's the Blue Devils. I'll get that back to you in a minute. But as for this game, 21-14, East Orange Campus takes home the win. Have a good night, everybody.
It's hard to get to everything we have going on here. I mean, this high school has so much. And now you're offering the ability to watch those events without having to travel there.
My dad travels a lot, so he likes to watch the events. Like if I'm playing a volleyball game and he can't make it, he'll watch it and he loves it.
I think it was homecoming. It was Friday night, and it was a punt return, and I returned it all the way back for a touchdown. And then, of course, I showed all my family members, and they really liked it. They liked to see what their family members can do.
Golden Lions.
I think this broadcast is essential because our team is global, and we got people all over the world going to watch the game. So without this, there's no way they can do that.
These kids and these players feel loved, they feel important, and by broadcasting it, you have a bigger group that you're reaching that allows them to know those kids.